Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Attack on Titan. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 11 of season 4 of Attack on Titan. And that last episode was a huge information dump. Mostly what happened 2 years previous, which Hizuru landed on Parody and was in talks with them about their resources. One in particular, the Ice Burst Stone, which apparently is what they used to make the gas for the ODM gear, which Kiyomi was not surprised about seeing the ODM gear when Zeke showed it to her, so that's curious. But also now they have a monopoly on this resource because no one else is working with Parody. And Hizuru is not going to help them with that either, because why would they? That hurts their bottom line. Oh no, other countries. Monopolizing other countries' resources. You don't say. But, you know, Hanji gets this idea about infiltrating Marley and setting up a base there, which at first I thought Eren went over on his own. And I'm like, no, that makes more sense for them to have gone over there together and him just deciding that he was going to do his own plan. Or maybe something was happening while they were there to make him kind of go like, no, this isn't going to work. Because he's already agreed that the rumbling isn't a great idea. That just makes people scared of you. And going over there and talking to them, which I believe with Hanji and Armin is the best way to get people on your side, and just letting them see a face. The problem is can you trust them not to be like, Eldians, camp, you know, you can't. So I don't know the correct way of going about that either, but I do think talking's better than fighting, and talking is better than scaring people. It's very, I guess, naive of me to think that things could just be solved with words, but I really do think that that's what you should try first. So in order to do the rumbling, they would want Historia to eat Zeke and have control of the Beast Titan, and because she has royal blood, also continue for those 13 years to have babies. So her and Eren would be able to release the Titans from the walls, cause the rumbling, everyone's scared, and leave them alone. But then they keep repeating this cycle of having to give people the Titans, and, you know, I don't know if there'd be like a memory erasure or not. I would hope not. But I think it's that generational sin, that generational curse that keeps finding its way back. And I think that that's what Eren really wants to stop. When he attacks Marley, it is not because he is like, I just want revenge. It's like he wants to end this so it's not a thing anymore. And so it doesn't keep repeating. Do I think attacking Marley was the best way to do that? No, because now they're mad at you too, and they're going to come after you, and there's probably going to be a war anyways. So, granted, I don't know the whole plan. I don't know what Zeke and Eren have spoken about, but, you know, the fact that, like, he was very much on the side of not wanting the rumbling and not wanting to have Historia involved in this, like, that's the Eren I know. The Eren who attacked Marley and that we see now that, like, is grabbing Hanji by the neck and, like, you know, wanting answers from her. And, like, this is a different Eren. It really is. And I agree with Connie that it's like, yeah, that doesn't remind me of Eren. Him laughing about Sasha being killed. It's not that he was laughing because he's like, haha, she died. He's laughing because her last words were meat, and he had a memory that made him, you know, chuckle. It would have been nice to share with everybody because now they think he's a crazy person, which he might be, but he wasn't crazy about that. Oh yeah, there were some of the Eldian parody people that were like, oh, you know, we should just make Historia become a Titan and have her eat Zeke, and she's pregnant. And I think she did that to give them more time so they weren't in such a rush to take out Zeke. And, you know, the one guy, Rogue or whatever his name is like, just do it. Who cares about the baby? Well, quite frankly, it's Historia's choice. You know, maybe she wants to have this experience as a human and then give up the rest of her life to be able to just have more babies and produce, which, again, resources, right? Jeez. But then we see Nicola give, like, the Marleyan waiter a bottle of wine that I'm sure is poisoned. I don't know if we're going to go back to that or not, but I also don't know why Nicola would do that. Double-ish agent? I have no idea. But we have a railway. We're progressing technology-wise. I don't know why our group are the only ones working on said railway. I feel like we could get a lot of people out there, generate jobs, really help ourselves move resources around. So then when other nations come calling for maybe some resources, that we could be like, right this way to railway A and railway B, and this one will take you here. And we have a port. That's a good start. We're almost there. But I think it was also nice to see them all together, one more time. And them talking about who would inherit Aaron's Titan was a little weird. It's kind of like when you have that conversation about when you're kids and you don't really understand that when your parents die, that means that they're gone. But they'll say, oh, when I pass away, you get your grandmother's wedding ring or something like that. So in your mind, you're like, oh, what do I get when you die? You don't really get the fact that they die. And it's just like, oh, I should inherit Aaron's Titan because this, and they're all pleading their case. And I don't think anyone's really oh yeah, Aaron is going to die. I think it's a way to deal with it in a lighter way, but also without the direct understanding that Aaron will be dead. I like that they mentioned that they don't even know if Mikasa can inherit his Titan because she's part Eldian, but her part that is Eldian is Ackerman. So we don't know if the Ackerman line can even be affected by Titans. Maybe her and Levi, their blood is the secret to eliminating the Eldian bloodline or the Titan bloodline because they have an immunity to it. Why didn't I think of that before? I just thought of it just now. Because I was actually kind of too concerned with her Hizuru line. And I was like, well, obviously the Hizuru line wouldn't be affected by it. But then I'm like, well, the Ackerman line might not be either. But if the Ackerman line can't be controlled that way, then does that also mean either A, that the Ackermans are not Titans or are not Eldians, but also that the Ackermans are the antidote to Titans? I didn't think about that till just now. But what's weird is at the end of that, Armin is like, oh, well, we have to find somebody that we can turn into a Titan that we trust, that will take the founding Titan from Eren. When? Again, that means Eren has to die. I don't know what Armin meant by that, and he is always playing chess. It's seldom checkers, he's always a couple steps ahead. So I'm sure he has a plan up here that he has to kind of give us more details about, because it seemed like everyone else in the room was like, huh, what? What do you mean? And then it pans over to Zeke Yeager outside of the camp in the woods. So I don't know what that was supposed to lead me to believe. I don't know, but I am so ready to get into this episode. I am so excited to get more of this story, and it's getting juicier and juicier and juicier and bloodier and bloodier and bloodier. So, I think, here's the thing. I'm emotionally affected by deaths, but then there's some that are really satisfying. I liked it better when it was just Titans. When it was humans, now that it's humans against humans, it's not really my favorite thing. But when it was just Titans, I was like, yes. And now I'm like, oh, I don't know. So we have no more Titans wandering around in the forest. So yeah, it's just humans on parody now. Man. Well, better than wandering Titans, I guess. So guys, I don't know what to expect, but let's go.
Gabby? What's wrong? Hey, get a hold of yourself!
Is she okay?
What happened? It's like she's having some kind of seizure. Hey, you okay, Missy?
I doubt it. Is it a trick? Yep. Not shocked. Oh! God! Gabby! Oh, damn. Oh, psycho. God.
You think we can trust those devils?
Yes.
We can't even trust Zeke anymore. Or anybody else.
Oh, how quickly she flipped. My goodness. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Oh my gosh, I didn't think we'd get an update about Reiner. I'm here for it, though.
I heard Gabby and Falco calling to me. Are they safe? Where are they?
They are not safe. Well, they are safe. Technically, they are safe. I think anywhere Gabi is, she is safe. But you didn't help out the way you probably would have wanted to. Deceiver. What is that? Is that Reiner?
We ran all through the night, so we must have made it pretty far.
Wow, that is stunning.
Hey, you better take off your armband. Someone might notice.
I don't care if they do.
Oh,
Civilians here don't know what it means anyway.
You don't know that.
You don't need it here, and who knows if we'll make it back to Marley.
I don't plan to make it back.
Oh.
I just want to get some answers from Zeke before I'm captured and killed.
Wow,
Why
okay.
he betrayed us, and why he betrayed Marley.
Girl, you're not even a
You can do what
Marleyan.
you want. You don't have to follow me.
All right, in that case, since I can do what I want, I'll start by
Rip it
trashing
off.
your armband.
Give it back!
Oh my god, girl. Oh, she loves the Kool-Aid, man.
Because it proves I'm one of the good Eldians! Without it, I'm no different than these island devils!
You are exactly the same anyway.
What are you doing here?
Oop, hi. Oh boy.
It's so early in the morning. Where did the two of you even come from?
Put the armband in your pocket.
We hated our home so much that we decided to run from it.
Gabi, stop it.
So,
My god, she's a psychopath.
You must be hungry. I live nearby, so follow me and we can get you some breakfast.
See how kind these island devils are? Sorry, I don't understand, Gabi.
I'll do the talking for us both.
Thank you, Falco. God, you're
Good
much better
morning
under
to
pressure.
you. I hear you runaways. Mind if I ask your names?
a southern Marleyan accent?
Nice to meet you.
Is that Sasha's dad?
All are welcome at the Browse stables. You can stay as many days as you need. Table's plenty big, so sit and get yourself some breakfast.
This is Sasha's family, is it not?
It's delicious. It's so good.
Falco, you're overdoing it, buddy.
Hurry and eat, Mia.
Gabi, fucking be a normal person. Jesus.
Our leaders back in Hizuru have nothing but praise for the courage and cunning displayed by the nation of Eldia.
Welcome to the world's most dangerous island.
Oh. Welcome to the world's most dangerous island.
This must be the observation craft you mentioned.
It is.
Craft?
I believe it's the world's first flying boat, made possible by your island's iceburst stone.
Seriously?
It should enable us to get a very good look at the power of the rumbling.
Interesting.
Hanji, Eren Yeager's victory over Marley has given Eldians like us a future. A future where our people have the right to exist. If that's the case, then it's only right that every Eldian in Paradis should have a voice in how Yeager is handled.
Oh boy.
I know you're in a tough spot here. I get it. So just look me in the eye and tell me I can trust you.
Hanji.
I can promise you that everything we do for the sake of the people.
Those people were on your side, girl. I understand she can't just tell secrets, but damn. They did everything they could to help.
So it was the four of you who leaked these rumors about Eren. Hulga, Vim, and Louise. And one veteran, Flock.
Shocker.
Because Eren never should have been imprisoned. He's done nothing wrong and should be freed at once. He challenged a powerful, imposing enemy and grasped victory. Eren Yeager is no criminal. He's a war hero.
He's a war
He just
criminal.
saved the life of every person in the new Eldian Empire.
It's so twisted. It's such a twisted way of thinking.
You will all be tried for the crime of leaking confidential intelligence. Detain them in the meantime.
Good. Good. Especially for you,
If
Flock.
this is the price of serving humanity within the walls, then so be it.
Well, I hate that he just said that, because he's willing to take accountability and accept it. I really want to hate him. I really, really do. Just scream. Let it out, girlfriend.
I'm pooped.
Yeah.
No. There's more I need to investigate.
She's got that hard will, man. It's like iron.
About 4 years have passed since you saved me from a Titan, and nothing has changed for me.
Was that
I watched
her?
you bring one of them down with nothing but human strength and realized that you can't protect others without power.
She's more than just a human, girlfriend.
Why did you join the scout regiment? If it was for Jaeger, you should set him free.
I only have one thing to say to you.
Okay.
Keep your mouth shut, Louise.
Yeah, she didn't save you so you could do all that. Oh, man. Oh, whoa. Whoa. The heck?
You're safe now.
Why is she remembering that right there? I don't know what that was supposed to... Why would she all of a sudden just have those memories?
The guard assigned to watch over you was changed at the last minute. Changed to Flock Forster. He's since been charged with divulging military secrets.
Oh boy.
I thought to check, and it turns out that your lodgings were just a few dozen kilometers from Aaron Jaeger's.
Interesting.
On the bright side, this means I have an excuse to speak with a beautiful woman.
Okay, Pixis. Oh! Went right to a horse's face, really? I was gonna say, don't eat her hair!
Gubby!
Oh!
Gubby!
Why is this happening to me?
Oh, you just need to be humbled a little bit, I think.
This is the devil's doing.
No, I think the horse was working alone.
Yep.
I think we can just hang tight and wait for help. It's only a matter of time before Marley and the rest of the world attack. When they do, I bet that Rhina and my brother will come and rescue us.
Aren't you pissed at Zeke? All this time we've had a traitor right next to us.
Yeah, maybe you guys need to find out why, though.
Is there a reason why everyone who works at this place is so young?
Yeah, we're all orphans.
Oh, I see.
Most of the kids who live here at the stables lost our parents 4 years ago.
You haven't acknowledged your guilt yet, have you?
Whoa.
You people can cover it up and try to forget. But you've
Jesus,
committed horrific
Gabi.
atrocities against the entire world.
I guess that's
Why
what
would
they
you
teach
say
you
something
back in
like that to
Marley?
someone who's helping us?
These are indisputable truths.
don't
She
do
needs
this.
to
Oh
be
my
told.
god, Gabi.
Wait a minute, what did you just say?
You're on the run because you're from Marley, right?
How did you know?
You were yelling about going back.
Wait, so then you knew from the start?
Yeah, and still decided to help you guys.
Why didn't you say something about it?
Gabi,
Jeez,
don't you
you're
dare!
So sneaky!
Oh my god.
What do you think you're doing?
Take
For the
a
love
guess.
of God,
She just showed
Gabi.
her true colors. I knew something was up with her.
What do you mean her
There's
true
no way an
colors?
island devil would actually be that nice.
Stop! Don't be
You
stupid!
don't know any island devils!
This is bad.
Mia thinks I'm stealing her brother. I think she's jealous or something.
Huh?
It
Good.
looks like Kaya's actually making friends.
Good on Kaya, man.
Well, don't horse around with that pitchfork. It's sharp.
Right, sorry.
Yeah, she didn't have to do that, Gabi. Gotta get this chip off my shoulder about Gabi.
This village used to be my home. 4 years ago, a Titan showed up here.
Wait, is this the girl that Sasha saved?
There was nothing I could do, so I just sat. Right at this spot. I sat still and listened to the sound of that Titan eating my mother. She was alive the entire time it was happening. Think she lost her voice from all the screaming.
Oh, God, Gabi.
But I don't understand how people we've never met can hate us so much. So please, help me, explain it. What have we ever done to them?
Nothing.
For thousands of years, your kind brutalized and slaughtered people all over the world!
Thousands of years?
How could you have let yourselves forget this? Imagine!
Okay, how is that Kaya's
like you're
fault?
the victim!
But my mother spent her whole life here on this island. She couldn't have had anything to do with all that.
Listen to me. A century ago, your ancestors ruled the world by doing awful, unforgivable things.
A century ago? But what about the people here now?
Thank you, Kaya!
What unforgivable things have we done?
Nothing!
You attacked Marley the other day.
But that was recent, and my mom was killed 4 whole years ago. So that's not her fault.
At all.
Tell me! Why did she have to die?
Oh,
She
God.
never hurt a soul, so why? It must have been for something, right? It doesn't make sense otherwise. Is the world we live in just that horrible, or is there a reason? Spit it out!
Oh,
Why
my
was my mom
gosh.
eaten alive? Tell me why!
Here, Gabi, tell her why.
The incursion 4 years ago was part of a recon mission to gauge Parady's strength and prepare for a larger attack.
Oh, Falco.
You and your mother just happened to get caught up in it. Your mom was innocent. She didn't deserve that.
Nope. None of them
sorry.
did.
You're leaking secrets to the enemy now?
Oh, shut up, Gabi!
You don't have to apologize for Marley. I mean, you just happened to be born there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
See how
Kaya,
kind she is?
if you were trapped in here with a Titan, how did you manage to escape?
Yes, tell them all about Sasha.
She saved me. She put herself between me and the Titan and held it off so I could escape. If she was still alive, she would never abandon two lost kids with nowhere to run.
No.
She'd help you just like she helped me.
Why do this?
It's simple. I want to be the kind of person she was.
Oh. Look at that. I didn't even think twice about the girl Mikasa saved or the girl that Sasha saved, and here they are, changing the world in different ways. I don't agree with Flock and the little group of, I don't even know what to call them, secret spillers. I don't agree with them. They shouldn't have done that, but
We investigated the Beast Titan's remains and managed to locate a number of Zeke Yeager's severed body parts. But no, not enough. Just his arms and legs. This effectively confirms our theory.
They took Zeke.
Zeke must have snuck his co-conspirators onto the first survey fleet we sent to Paradis, a hand-picked cell of Eldian restorationists.
It's a beautiful plan.
As part of a global alliance, we'll launch a Scorched Earth campaign against Paradis within 6 months.
I'm sure you will.
Wait, we're waiting that long? If we give him half a year to prepare, he'll fight back in ways we can't predict.
True. Reiner's smart.
We can't afford to wait for the global alliance. We have no choice. We need to attack them at once.
All right, fun. Okay. Let's talk about it. Okay. Ooh, what an episode. I don't want anyone to be confused. I realize that Gabi is a child and that she has been groomed and brought up this way, but it's so frustrating that, like, she reminds me so much of Eren and about how, like, that anger seems to just override everything, and it doesn't let any sort of empathy peek through, especially for Gabi. I think for Eren, sometimes having, Armin and Mikasa around to kind of ground him a little bit more, bring him back so he can kind of see things differently. Gabi is so blinded by her rage and her hate and, just all of that she holds against the Eldians on Paradis for somehow it's their fault that she's been treated this way. And, she's so loyal to Marley. It actually makes me sick sometimes because I'm like, girl, they would be so willing to sacrifice you. Obviously, we see at the end of this episode that, like, how important Falco and Gabi are, especially to inherit the Titans that they want them to, and how expensive and hard it is to train somebody, which I will say that, like, Eren didn't really have to train for it. Well, I guess he did. He had to kind of get accustomed to it for sure. But, like, I feel like that's one of those things that you just kind of have to, like, do it. But definitely training somebody and having them be refined before they, like, go and fight. Okay, whatever. Reiner is absolutely correct that giving Zeke any time whatsoever is a bad idea, but also I don't really know what Zeke's plan is, and Zeke probably would have been like, they're probably going to wait and then do a counterattack in, 6 months, a year, whatever it is, And then he could be like, but Reiner is definitely going to say that we need to attack right away. But we had those unknowns of Falco and Gabi going over to Parody that Zeke couldn't really, he couldn't have planned for that whatsoever. So I'm not quite sure what the correct answer is. The urgency is Gabi and Falco. The time that would take for a counterattack does give Zeke enough time to make his plans move forward. Now, obviously, Flock and the other three, telling, I don't know if it's the world or just the people of Parody about Eren. Obviously, they are on the side of war, attack Eren, destroy the enemy. And I can understand where they come from, but it's kind of like how Gabi is very blinded by her hatred. They are equally blinded by, it's not just hatred, but like vengeance, revenge, patriotism, stuff like that. They don't take a moment to step back to see okay, is there a better way of doing this rather than just killing people? And it seems like Flock is very much just yeah. And I'm like, slow your roll, dude. There's a reason why you are not in charge. There is a reason why no one's asking your opinion. It's because there are people that know better, that are above you, that are handling this, like Hanji. And I like how Hanji is just yeah, I'm going to go ahead with Zeke's plan. That's what I'm going to do. But you need to answer for what you did. And for him to just be if that's what it takes for us to win, then, that's what I'll give. Actually, kind of admirable. I hate that he always says the thing that I'm just yeah, I mean, I feel it and I get it and I somewhat agree, but I don't like the way that you go about it and I hate your attitude. And then he takes accountability for something like that. And I'm like, it makes it hard to hate him when you're just oh, you took accountability? How do I continue to be mad about somebody who's willing to suffer the consequence of their actions, which they knew that there would be consequences to those actions, and they did the thing anyway because they believe wholeheartedly it's the right thing? Shit. So, Mikasa, back in season 1, saves Louise, and she's like, a human brought down a Titan. I was like, it's a superhuman because it's Mikasa, but anyway, little girl, keep talking. But, she was driven in probably a way that Mikasa wouldn't have recommended or wanted her. But you don't really, your legacy that you leave behind, how that might motivate and inspire another person, you have no control over. And for Louise, it's something that maybe Mikasa would never have stood behind or liked whatsoever or even supported, but Louise was inspired nonetheless. And then you also see the same thing with Kaya about what happened with Sasha, and knowing full well that Gabi and Falco are Marleyan and that they're trying to escape and that they are on the run, being kind to them, bringing them in, feeding them, putting them to work, befriending them, being kind to them, showing them kindness. And then Gabi and Kaya kind of having that head-to-head conversation. It wasn't quite an argument, but the fact that Gabi still holds this generational issue against these Eldians is so incredibly unfair. We know that, but she's been brought up to believe this, and she believes it wholeheartedly because, what other choice did she have? She's a warrior candidate, right? So she has to be all in 110%. So she just keeps repeating these things. And then you have Kaya who's saying all these things but my mother died 4 years ago. What does that have to do with what happened 100 years ago? What did that have to do with thousands of years ago? Nothing. My mother didn't kill anyone and she was eaten by a Titan anyway. And that's what I've been trying to say is you can't blame the people who are alive now for, the past sins. You just can't. That is such a, that is such a horrible way of looking at something of no matter what, if you fit in this box, I have to hate you. Instead of going just because you're Eldian on the island of Parody does not make you a devil. Your ancestors and the stories of have taught me this, and I would like to know more. But that would take a rational person, and Gabi is not rational. She's not. She killed that guard the way that she did. I get it. She's escaping. to where I understand Gabi, like I understand Flock. I disagree wholeheartedly with the way that they behave. And I'm like, will you just listen to Falco? Like taking the armband off. Like he gave you multiple reasons and you're just being a stubborn brat about it. Like just try to survive, would ya? A little bit. But now that I was just like, wait, is that Sasha's dad? Which would explain why we had the scene at the grave in the other episode, is to remind us and refresh us of what he looks like, because I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And then when you saw like the destructed part of the town that was destroyed with like the windmill, and then I remember that's where Sasha saved Kaya and the whole scenario. So not only are we at the home of Sasha, who's taking care of orphans whose parents have died over the past 4 years because of the attack of the people of Marley on the island of Parody, which I'm glad Falco then outright explained that it was a reconnaissance mission and that they were just collateral damage. And now I'm guessing in the next episode that they're going to learn more about Sasha, who Gabi killed. And that she wasn't a horrible person, that she's not a devil. And Gabi is just... Get her a Valium, would ya? Like, man, we need to have her just take it down a notch. Survival-wise, like she's just... Like she might be able to do it with her bare hands, but dear God, her mouth will get her in trouble. And she doesn't even care. Like when they were up on the airship and she like flipped her head around to like yell at Jean, I was like, Jesus, like, yes, psychopath. Oh, man. I mean, she is exhibiting a lot of the stuff that bothered me about Aaron, which was a lot of the yelling and like the stubbornness and the anger and that irrationalness that comes out. And I'm not saying that I don't, and I have never acted that way, because I'm sure everyone has had their moment of being completely irrational. But I'm like, yo, girl, do you want to find Zeke and find out what's going on? Do you want to survive any longer? Like, girlfriend. Man, what an episode. What an episode. And we had Pixis, who seems to be doing like an investigation on Flock and how like information got to Aaron, because Aaron's attitude shift happened when Flock got closer to Yelena? Yes. And when that happened, Aaron started acting out of character. So they were giving Aaron information from Zeke, obviously. But I don't know if Flock knew that they were getting information from Zeke, or if he was just worried. I don't know. I don't understand. This is not a fully formed plan. And typically I'm really good at seeing stuff, because I can't imagine that Flock would want to work with Zeke, because he's part of the Marley army and the whole plan to destroy Parody. Like, why would Flock help Yelena with that? I'm not sure. And we didn't get an answer about like when Armin was talking about like turning someone into a Titan and then having them inherit Aaron's Titan. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. My heart broke for Hanji, because she had like Flagle and like the two reporters, people that she trusted and that trusted her, and they worked together to like, break free of, the government and royal control over Parody and give information to the people about their history and like what's happening. And then, them coming to her for answers and her not being able to say anything was just awful. I felt bad for them, because they were like, you were the person that we trusted with this. Like, you were the person that we backed and we were behind. Like, you wouldn't lie to us, right? And like, she can't even tell them that. Like, she can't tell them in the position that she's in now. She really can't do that, because then she's no better than Flock. Ugh. And I get, like, you can't let any information out, because that information then gets out and then it goes back to Marley some way, somehow, because there might be people that are double agents. I don't know if Yelena she's loyal to Zeke, but she might still be loyal to Marley. I don't know. I don't know what Zeke's plan is. I want to know what Zeke's plan is, because it can't just be the rumbling. And there was a flying boat. If it's a plane with like the little buoy, not buoy things, whatever the pontoons are on it, I'll just be like, yo, that's awesome. But they wanted to be able to, like, watch the rumbling happen from far away. Gross. We don't need an audience. But really interesting at the end is, like, the ODM gear could only be modified by Marley, which I'm sure when Zeke took the ODM gear, I hold it up like this because I just remember the Beast Titan holding it like it was like a little, like, and he was like, that's very interesting. Anyway, but, like, I remember him holding it and, like, them, like, saying, like there was that moment of realization by Kiyomi, that, like, they recognized it, but then they had to have helped adapt it for them to be able to use it when they attacked Marley. I mean, if Marley found out that Hizuru was helping whatsoever, like, and that their alliance isn't nearly as strong as they think it is. Eesh. And I wonder if the group that went over there to infiltrate Marley to talk to everybody else, I don't know if they went and talked to other nations or not. I don't know if they have enough, like, if they show up with somebody from Hizuru wouldn't help them with it. So not quite sure what happened there. Wow, what a great episode. Very emotional, which I did not expect, like, to see more from Sasha's family. But also for Gabi and Falco to be right in the midst of the Browse and the Browsies, Sasha's family, that they were taking care of orphans, and that one of those orphans that was saved by Sasha is, like, explaining how none of this is anyone's fault, like, that they had nothing to do with how they're being treated over in Marley. And, like, that's Marley freaking propaganda, and Gabi has been force-fed it her entire life that now she prefers the taste. And the legacies that we leave behind could either make somebody good or make them bad, and we're out of control. We have no control over what they do with how they react to that legacy. Her being inspired, Louise being inspired by Mikasa, and she still decided to, like, tell secrets, and Kaya being inspired by Sasha to be a kind, caring human being, to show empathy, to help people when they need it. And for her to still be kind to the only two Marleyans that she knows, that's saying something. She's not blaming Gabi or Falco for what Marley did to her and her family. Take a page out of that book, Gabi. I'm frustrated with Gabi, but I don't hate Gabi. She's a complete psychopath. Absolutely is. But also, she's a kid. And I sometimes have a hard time with that because I'm just like, as a kid, shouldn't you, like, I don't know, shouldn't it be a little bit easier for you to recognize somebody that's good and be less suspicious of them? I don't know. I think I'm just frustrated with Gabi. And of course, I adore Falco, and he's right 100%. That's where I stand with that. But guys, if you want to watch full length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon and up to 4 episodes early. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. What did you think about this episode? And all the information that we're getting, like, do you, like, I'm a little worried to say this because I do feel like it can create some arguments, because there are a lot of people that were like, Flock's an idiot, Flock's an asshole, and then there were some people like 100% support Flock, without revealing anything that happens in any of the future episodes, because, I mean, don't spoil anything for me, but, like, at this point in time, do you agree with Flock or do you disagree with Flock? Because I find it hard, because I don't want to agree with Flock sometimes, and then there's other times where I'm like, yup, he's kind of dead on, and it makes me want to throw up. I don't like him as a person, but that doesn't mean that just because I don't like him as a person, he doesn't say something that is actually true and relevant and that I agree with. It's a hold your nose and kind of go, yup, me too, kind of thing. But at the same time, I'm like, you can rot in a cell. Like, you had no reason to make any of the moves that you're making other than you're being manipulated by the Marleyans, that is Yelena, and doing Zeke's bidding, which is counterintuitive to the thing that you want to have happen. Because I don't know what Zeke's, like, motivation is. Does he want to destroy Marley? Does he want to destroy Parody? Does he want to be the hero of Marley by destroying Parody, but make it look like that he is friends with Marley or friends with Parody? Like, I don't know what Zeke's plan is, but I find Flock to be a rather irritating person because I don't like him, and Sometimes he says things that are 100% true. Ugh. Oh, I was going to say we didn't get any Titans in this episode, but we had to see Kaya's mom getting gnawed on yet again. Dark. So dark. Oh man. Oh man. I can't wait for next week's episode. Not next week's, the next episode. What am I saying? This is going up in the same week, I believe. So I can't wait for the next one. I have to take a little bit of a break in between, but I am so excited to watch the next episode. So come back here for that, guys. And in the meantime, I'll see ya.